What's up, Jersey Jeff Eats foodies? I am here along the Mississippi River in beautiful New Orleans by the French Quarter, right on the river. We're going to take a lunch today, a buffet kind of lunch, a Creole kind of lunch here on the steamship Natchez. I'll show you around the ship a little bit and we'll enjoy some lunch. Come along with me. There she is, the beautiful Natchez paddle wheel boat, and I have been on this boat, well, quite frankly, I lost count on how many times in all my visits to New Orleans here, but it goes up and down the Mississippi River, I believe twice a day, and you can opt in to the buffet or opt out. If you opt out, well, then you get to enjoy the beautiful boat, the scenery, and the narration of the history of the Mississippi and the paddle boat itself. If you opt in, well, you get all that, plus you get a really nice buffet. And I'm calling it a buffet because that's what they call it, but they actually bring your lunch and dinner to you. This is actually the 9th Natchez to sail up and down the Mississippi. It was built in 1975. It's quite large, and of course I'm going to have a separate video on just this steamship alone. This video on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel is all about the buffet they have here, but I'm going to give you a tour of this boat, a more in-depth tour of this boat on the New York channel in the near future. You guys know how much I love New Orleans, and I recorded a lot of videos while there recently, and I have videos for not only this channel but the New York channel as well, so stay tuned for both channels if you want to see more from New Orleans. Prices depend upon when you're cruising, but I'm cruising on a weekday here, and it's the afternoon. This is the daytime cruise. They also have a dinner cruise, and it's called the Jazz Cruise because there's a live jazz band on as well. The regular cruise is $42, and if you want the buffet lunch, it's going to be $60. Now, typically on this Natchez cruise, you have two buffet seatings. This particular cruise I was on, I don't know why, but there was only one seating, and it was at 11 a.m., and that's just about when everyone was boarding. So pretty much when I got on the ship, I had to come to the buffet area to enjoy my meal and then enjoy the ship afterwards, which was fine with me. But they do give you a little time if you want to walk around the ship, but not too much. So if you want to walk around, just get your bearings on the ship and how big it is and what deck is what and where the bars are and where the gift shop is, you can do that. Just make sure you get to the buffet as quickly as possible because it's going to end in about an hour, hour and a half. I'm at table 25. I have the pleasure of having Sonia as my wait staff, and they give you a little potato salad when you're sitting down. I'm not a potato salad type of guy, so I'm going to pass on that, but the meal that's coming sounds pretty good. What I'm being served is Gulf Coast catfish, red beans and rice, jambalaya, southern spoon bread, a salad, New Orleans bread pudding, and of course coffee and tea. There are several bars here on the Natchez, and I'll show you all of them in my New York video where I toured the ship, but as far as this buffet lunch, I am having a unsweetened iced tea. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the videos on the channel, why not subscribe if you haven't done so already, and give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. Both really do help the channel out, and if you get a chance, share it on your social media. That gets me new viewers and more subscribers. I do appreciate your support, guys. And don't forget, if you'd like to support the channel, then just click on that thanks button right underneath the video you're watching. Doing so will not only help support the channel and make videos like this one possible, but it will get you a shout out in a future video. Thanks again for your support. Like I said, they're calling this a buffet, but it's not really a buffet. They're just serving you what's in those chafing dishes when you first walked in, and I'm really enjoying it. The jambalaya is good. It's got big chunks of chicken and sausage in it. Spicy, but it's not hot spicy. It's just kind of like a Cajun seasoning in it. And of course, the red beans and rice and the desserts, and really enjoying the lunch here. While the food is good and it's kind of authentic, how it's put together isn't really that authentic, and you'll see really good, authentic New Orleans food further down the line here on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel as I explore more and more of New Orleans in the future. But this food is good, it's satisfying, and it's not that expensive. It was only, I think, $12 more than the regular cruise, so definitely worth 12 bucks, that's for sure. Now, besides the jambalaya is the red beans and rice. Not a huge beans and rice fan. I know lots of people love beans and rice, and it's a very cheap meal, and it's pretty substantial as far as filling you up, but was just never a huge fan of beans and rice. Now, catfish, that I'm a fan of, and there's plenty of catfish here in New Orleans, and well, plenty of catfish everywhere in the country, but I really do enjoy catfish if you've never had it. It's extremely buttery, very tender, and not fishy at all if you ask me. Some people are turned off because catfish are bottom feeders, but that really doesn't turn me off at all. I don't care where the catfish lives, as long as it's tasty, and it usually is. Shrimp, crabs, lobsters, all bottom feeders, and you don't hear people complain about those, do you? They give you plastic utensils, and obviously I'm struggling with them. This is Southern Spoon Bread. It's creamy custard like cornbread, and it's more like pudding than bread. It's really good. I came down to New Orleans for a 4-day weekend, and I usually try to come down here as often as possible. There are casinos down here, well, one casino, Caesars, and I'll bring you lots of videos from not only around town, but the restaurants as well and the casino. And in just 2-3 weeks, I'm heading up to Niagara Falls for more casino videos, as well as restaurants in those beautiful falls as well, and the attractions around them. So stay tuned to both channels for that as well. Finally, we have some New Orleans bread pudding, which is a French bread in a rich custard with chef's choice of decadent sauce. It's kind of like a souffle, very light, but it looks rich, and it is sweet, but it's very light like a souffle. Well, I'm going to finish up my lunch here. Lots to see and do on this Natchez Steamboat ship. The paddle wheel is turning. We're heading up the Mississippi. The jazz band's starting to play, and there's a bar or two waiting for me. So lots more coming from the Natchez as well as New Orleans. Stay tuned.